Hello everyone, welcome to week 2. Can you believe it? Week 1 down, only 7 more to go. I hope that you've actually enjoyed it, the reading and getting the idea of the Jefferson era and what it contributed to education. I'm looking forward to getting to read your papers, your reflection on it, and the impact what you think it's making on current education. I hope you're getting a feel for the class in the sense that we're going to be looking through the different eras and the impact it's has had on education, as well as what it's having currently on education. And that brings us to week 2 and what week 2's topic is going to be. So we're moving into the 19th century and seeing education take a new form where you're going to be reading about Horace Mann and his shaping of the common school and the expectation that everybody should go to school. I think it's a little bit different than Jefferson's point of, when he was speaking about schooling in universities, it really was for a select individual, especially talking about a Caucasian white man, not on a farm, but in a higher economics status, if you think about it. So Horace Mann, on the other hand, is going to start bringing in and saying we need to streamline and expect education for all. We also are going to look into chapter 3 in the text is about Horace Mann in the 19th century era. We're also going to get into chapter 6, which talks about Booker Washington and educating the African American. So again, those are the 2 chapters I'm reading. I think they're intriguing reads, especially looking at Horace Mann and then thinking of the idea of he was speaking to common schools, and now we're talking about Common Core standards. So not that I'm trying to emphasize anything for your reflection in your paper this week, but just to make those different connections. And then the other topic for the week to have you actually reflect on, which is the discussion board topic, is the idea of high dropout rates and what can we do to make an impact to those dropout rates, because they really are something that is being tracked. I will tell you, the more and more that I hear about it, API scores and entity monitors for a district reflecting out will be about the dropout rate and paying attention to narrowing that dropout rate or making it smaller. So great thought into what can be done. I'll tell you my 10 cents or 2 cents is something about relationships and really caring for kids and making meaningful learning experiences for kids. But again, you all will have your opinions, especially the experiences you have, so I can't wait to read those. I do appreciate the past week's discussion board, getting to know you and the insight you gave into me and seeing what you see as problems into education. I will speak to the problems that you shared could be an impact as you start thinking about week 8 is the group presentation assignment that's due, and looking at the problems that have been shared, that could be some contemporary issues in education that could be researched. So you might want to look at your fellow classmates' postings again, see if there's something you can relate to. So by the end of this week, also on the discussion board, I need one member of a formed group creating your groups to tell me who the group members are in the discussion board, as well as what the topic is. Again, I do not want repeated topics, so that idea of first come, first serve, get your post on there to let me know what the topics are. I will tell you there can be slight variations in the topics or a focus. Again, I bring up Common Core standards. There can be different discussion points of the Common Core standards. But I leave that to you in looking at what people are posting. So again, that's the second component of the discussion board. For that one, I'm not looking for everyone to post, but I am looking for one member of each group to post. Again, the name of the members in the group, as well as the topic that's going to be covered. So the first discussion board that will be graded will be, again, reflecting on dropout rates, looking for you to post by Thursday night, reflecting by Sunday night on 2 other classmates. Reminder about the expectation of your initial post. It should be more of informational about the post with research support. So again, citing where you're getting your information or your ideas from as well. So with that, I've discussed the readings, chapters 3 and 6, and also discussed the what's on the discussion board for the week. There is an assignment due, which is a reflection on the 19th century, your reading, and again, I can pull that up really quick to remind you. This is writing, again, approximately 2-page paper identifying the social influences that apparently made the impact into schools during the 19th century. Hint, hint, if you don't bring up Horseman, that could be a problem. But if you look at here, it gives the points that we're looking for, those pretty much 3 points that we're looking for, and then what needs to be in there as well. So again, it is a partial reflection with information cited from the text that you're taking. Again, you'll notice there a minimum of 2 sources should be in your 2-page reflection. The text is always a good source, and I will be honest, the Blackboard Shell has some websites that you can connect with as well. I will be honest, the Chesapeake one seems not to be a link. That again wasn't one that I originated. It was one from our course subject master. So just know that that one isn't working, but others if you need a reflection or a connection piece. And then just as a reminder to take that break as a Christian and reflection, you've got the Christian message there. And then that look ahead was again about the group presentation. I'm going to pull up what that link looks like so you can see. This is posting on what you and your partner will be looking at. It's ultimately due by week 8, that Friday. Again, that week we end on a Friday, but this has all the information you need. And then what I appreciate is it's got a link to a sample of what the presentation could look like in Google Slides, so you can work together. Knowing that, again, I'll point out that notes as what the presenter would speak to is available, or recording yourself presenting, I would appreciate that as well. So that is the overview for the week. I enjoyed the conversation with Horseman when I was reflectively going through these courses myself to earn my master's. The connection of what Jefferson thought, what Horseman thought, and going further in, and then looking at the aspect of race and what it took to work to get schooling for those in the different races throughout the United States. As always, don't be afraid to call me, email me, text me if you have any questions. As a follow-up, those that I left messages to, it really, truly, through phone calls, was a check-in if you needed to. Don't feel like you have to, but I am available. Again, I look forward to seeing your reflections on the discussion board and in your papers. I hope that you have a great week. God bless.